Hello, everyone. How's it going today? Hi. Hi. I hope you're doing good. To those that are new here, my name is Sinarynn. It's good to see you. I'm a variety VTuber from Indonesia. I love playing cozy video games, except today, we are not going to be playing video games. We are going to be doing a practice test. This will be a practice test before my actual test. I have a TOEFL test that is coming up in December. And so I thought, what better way than to practice and make sure that I know how to do the freaking TOEFL stuff than by doing it with you guys. Then you can tell me how great I am or terrible I am at English, you know? It's all for a good cause. Also, just as an aside, you know, just as a little thing, you guys, does anybody have a cool $200 that they'd like to part with? Because did you know that that's how much the freaking TOEFL test cost? It is very expensive, and I did not realize how expensive it is, but it is very expensive. And so, you know, something that I have to deal with is the fact that practice tests are expensive, and they expire in 3 years, which is just awful. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And so I am over here right now hanging out with all of you guys. You guys get to laugh at me and see if I am able to complete the TOEFL test. Before we begin, something that we always like to do is we like to sing the good morning song. So we're just going to go get that set up. If you are new here to the channel, it's something that we like to do. We sing good morning to each other. And if it is daytime your time, you drop in some suns. And if it is nighttime your time, you drop in some moons. Are you ready to party? Good morning to Chad, how are you? Good morning to Chad, how are you? Good morning to you, good morning to me, good morning to Chad, how are you? Good morning to Chad, how are you? Good morning to Chad, how are you? Good morning to you, good morning to me, good morning to Chad, how are you? Good morning, everybody. How's it going? Have a wonderful Friday so far. I hope your Friday has been good. Has it been? I've had the most exhausting Friday ever, I'll be honest with you. Oh my goodness, my students were nuts today. In case you're new to lore, I am also a teacher, IRL. And you guys, teaching is not easy when it is Friday, the first week back of school. I am exhausted. Also, just want to say a big ol' hello and so sorry to everyone that tuned into stream. My PC decided to blue screen and crash. Okay, to be fair, it didn't blue screen, but it did start restarting on itself. I don't know what's going to happen with my PC. I have tech support coming in tomorrow to see and figure out what's been going on. I should have done it way earlier, but I thought it's all good. But now I'm starting to realize that my PC may not be all good. So if you don't see any streams from sinarynn next week, that's probably because my PC is in the fritz and we would need to get new PC parts, which I'm not sure if I have money for it. But hello to everyone. Tomo, congratulations on being first. It's good to see you. Lifty Love, hello. Naomi, hello. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Welcome in. Frater, hi. Good to see you. Welcome in. I hope you're good. Akira and Karateka, welcome in. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for coming over. It's good to see you guys. Cass as well. Welcome in. Give your PC some head pats. Okay. I'm currently head patting my PC right now. Hopefully she feels a little better, okay? Fresso and Kinko, hi, it's good to see you. Welcome in. I hope you're good. Calisel, hello. I miss you too, Proctor. I miss you too. I hope you're good. I hope you guys are wonderful. Exam, hello. It's good to see you. I promise you this is not your typical class stream. Number one, you guys are not studying anything. You guys are watching me study and see if I can do it. You guys are watching me succeed. Guys, I need to make sure that I get at least, I think a 61 is a minimum for me to get to my master's. If I get at least 61, you know, that does say that I am eligible for the master's, but I would like to get better than the 61 so that way at least they will feel like I'm really, really good at English, all right? That's the goal. Shame your time with your wives got cut short today. Actually, it did not get cut short. I actually went back and streamed over at Q's channel. I just could not personally stream myself, but I kept going. I was in Q's VOD, so if you go over to the VODs, I actually saved their butts. I managed to clear Alpine by myself when the wives were having a tough time over there. So I did it. I did it, you guys. I did it. I did do that. But unfortunately, Q had to go, so we couldn't finish peak. I think I figured out what I want to do for a 4-hour stream. Guys, I want to do some peak shenanigans. I want to peak by myself. I want to do a solo peak adventure. So I really, really, really want to do that. So I think not this week because I need to rest my voice this weekend, but definitely 2 weekends from now, we're going to do the 4-hour stream. And I'm going to try and see if I can finish peak all by myself. It is going to be very hard. Jude, it's good to see you. Welcome in. How's it going? A very good morning. Got 2 days off of work. Was chilling and knitting my pink scarf. That's amazing. Congratulations. Congratulations, Lifty. I'm glad that you're having a good time. Wow. 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 You were on Q's stream yesterday like a lost puppy. I felt embarrassed. Oh, Exam. Thank you so much for supporting Q. You're so cute. Thank you for being there. Karatakis, you're so right. We have to appease my PC. Everybody say WPC. Maybe if we say WPC, it'll cheer up my PC and that way there's no blue screen happening today. Hi, Ren. It's good to see you. Yes. That was a picture of me and my students. And I'm glad you enjoyed the picture that was on my Twitter. I appreciate it. Myself, I know. I think I've been inflicted by the Britishness, Cal. There's a chance that I might be super British soon. Sakuna, hi, it's good to see you. My Katie, it's good to see you. Welcome in. Is your Katie like 54? Do you get 5 kills and then 4 deaths? Because honestly, same. My Katie is 1. I at least get 1 before dying, but you know what? My Katie is abysmal. Where am I from? I'm from Indonesia. It's good to see you. Welcome in. Thank you for the WPC. I am hoping that PC-chan will be okay, at least until tomorrow, okay? The doctor is coming tomorrow, so PC-chan should be at least okay by today. Does that make sense? I'm hoping. Here's hoping that PC-chan is okay. But I'm trying out this multi-streaming thing. I may end up just like doing the whole VOD thing and do like a bunch of shorts on the side so that way you guys can watch through the VODs. I have no idea what I want to do, but I'm trying out the multi-stream thing so that way in the future for the sinarynn VODs channel, I can start uploading more like VOD highlights, you know, hire editors to do VOD highlights and all that stuff. I think that's what I want to do. So that's why we're doing multi-streaming in the event that I will be doing stream highlights. That way, all my VODs are in one tab of the YouTube channel and all of my highlights will be the more quote-unquote official uploads and all that stuff. But you can always go through the VODs because obviously the multi-stream is there. That's the plan. Will that plan actually work? We're not sure. We're not sure. But thank you to everybody that prefers watching through over on the YouTube. I appreciate you. We really appreciate you hanging out over on the YouTube channel. You can always check all my VODs over in the YouTube channel, except for yesterday because my PC was really not doing good, so I didn't want to like push it too hard. So yeah. Guys, thank you so much for the $10. I appreciate it. I promise you the $10 is not going to be used for clothes shopping. It is in fact going to be used possibly to go towards my freaking TOEFL. It's going towards my TOEFL test because the TOEFL test is $200, which is just absolutely freaking nuts. I can't believe it costs me $200 to take a test that is going to expire in 3 years. That's such a crazy amount of funds. But yeah, I am going to be setting up a, in case you're wondering where all the funds are going, right? Like 1, September funds is going towards master's program. 2, whatever you support, however you choose to support. Thank you so much for supporting, by the way. I am no longer I won't be getting new animated emotes. In fact, I am actually going to be getting TOEFL funds. TOEFL test funds. We need $200. We do. I need to take an English proficiency test because it's expensive and I need to go do that. So thank you to all the wonderful pals that have started giving out some good good funds. The memo clearly said state. Yes. It's going towards the state fund. That is just simply a little. How do I explain it? Yeah, I have a couple of like fun little random things, you know. So all the random. How do I explain this? Basically, there's a bunch of really interesting sort of like if you donate X amount, it's going to trigger a random message. Does that make sense? So it will always automatically trigger a random message for any amount of funds. So don't worry about it. It's not actually going towards like any untoward means. It is simply going towards my TOEFL test. Cass says, what a joke. I have never in my life been so completely offended at the leisure nature of your humor. It is, man, I know, right? Me, a streamer that has never told a joke in my life, telling a joke, who would have expected that? No wonder you were so taken aback and shocked. I would be shocked and also taken aback. Sin, I got a random question for you. I'm always down for random questions. I love random questions. Jude says, if you need help studying for it, let me know. I think I'm okay. I'm hoping. We'll see, because we're about to start our journey here. Ren says, I believe your TOEFL test goes big numbers. I sure hope so. Exam says, before I forgot, I saw the VOD earlier, and what the frick I just witnessed and heard there. High Times is crazy, okay? High Times is a crazy game. If you were taken aback by the amount of tomfoolery and shenanigans while you guys were playing High Time, it is genuinely nuts. I don't know how else to explain it. It's a crazy game. Miffy, hi! Unfortunately, you did miss the good morning song, but that's okay. If you go over to the YouTube, you'll be able to hear it again. Cass says, I'm simply a gentle mellow who expects serious responses to serious issues. And we appreciate you for being a gentle mellow who expects serious responses only. Because I too am a person who likes serious questions only. Thank you for being here, Miffy. I appreciate it. Cal says, when you make a sandwich, what spread do you use on the bread butter? Oh, what kind of spread do you use on the bread? Butter, mayo, or some kind of Indonesian condiment? I don't really eat bread. We do condensed milk and chocolate sprinkles. That's a pretty common one in my family. I don't necessarily know if that's common for all Indonesians. I can't comment on that. But I know for sure bread, condensed milk, chocolate sprinkles, and like grated cheese. That's I feel like that's a pretty common Indonesian snack. I'm a big butter person though. I love butter. Especially expensive butter, holy cow. Exam says it's really entertaining that an orc wag might find it entertaining than fighting. Okay, good. Good. What do you guys like on your sandwich, you guys? What do you guys like on your sandwich? Strawberry jam straight from the plant, made it into jam that is still steaming hot from the pot. I see, yum. That's quite expensive if you put cheese on there. Is it really? PB&J is way more expensive, Ren. Peanut butter is expensive. Keju parut tuh paling cuma seberapa? How much is keju parut actually? Now I'm curious. Keju parut harga. I'm pretty sure keju parut is way more expensive than like freaking than peanut butter. Peanut butter is like 30K. Yeah, keju parut is only 20K. Cuman 16.000. I like the Kraft one. I like the Kraft cheese blocks. Can I tell you guys a story? Oh my god, this is gonna be so embarrassing. You guys, when I was younger, Indonesia has these... Okay, so instead of like Kraft singles where it's like sliced cheese, Indonesia has cheese that are sold in blocks. And something that I used to do is I used to take those blocks and just eat it like a snack. So I would just munch on the block and I'd get it to half. And that would be my snack when I was a kid. I don't know if you guys know this, but a block of cheese is very dense and not at all good snacking material. Oh my goodness. No wonder I developed lactose intolerance, honestly. I snack too much on cheese, I think. Anyway, I usually get the cheese blocks and then I grate it by myself. That's why it's cheap. It's like 19,000. Jam, I feel like, is more expensive in Indonesia. We don't have jam. We have fruit. And if they're like, well, you guys can eat fruit. Why would you need jam? I feel like jam is way more expensive. So peanut butter jelly is actually not a cheap snack in Indonesia. Ham and cucumber ham on cheese is great. I don't like cucumbers. Cucumbers are my least favorite vegetable. Fruit? Vegetable fruit thing. Yeah, Cass, I only like the cheap cheese. I think cheap cheese tastes good. Exum says if there's no strawberry jam, then we do the old classic of butter brat. A slice of bread and a dash of butter and a sprinkle of sugar. Oh yeah, there's a lot of those. Butter and sugar. I'm a big fan of doing butter and just... Like, I like salted butter. So my favorite thing is like bread, salted butter. That's it. It's so yummy. You've embarrassed... It's okay, Ran. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I just go shopping a lot. That's why I know. Cheese is actually not that expensive. It's okay. Cheese is cheaper than peanut butter over here. Yeah, same thing. I will say like expensive peanut butter is like Skippy. Skippy is expensive peanut butter. But some of the local peanut butters I think are a little bit cheaper too. Like they cost about the same. Oh, Wallace and Gromit saved Wensleydale cheese. That's amazing. Peanut butter was 6,000 in my local bread shop area. It was? Interesting. Oh my god, Seth. I miss Uncrustables. You guys, I can't get Uncrustables anymore. Because obviously they're not like an Indonesian product. And so they're super expensive. Because you have to go to the American aisle. So pricey. It's expensive. Probably could make good preserves out of jaggery and a little molasses. Going to have to move to ID and make fancy paper. Honestly, Cass, I think you should. I think people would love a fancy peanut butter joint. It would be so cool. You guys have any slang words for buns or sandwiches? Roti. It's just bread. I don't know. I don't really know of any slang words. that are about that. Good bread with salted butter is peak snacking. Agreed. I splurged on a sourdough bread once with butter, and it was expensive butter. Guys, I did not go cheap on the butter. You guys, I went to a local bakery, got their sourdough bread, which is already very expensive, and then I went to the fancy shopping mall, fancy grocery store, and guess what? I got myself, no. I did not get myself some cheap butter alternative. Nope. I did not get myself good old butter. I didn't get myself Anchor, not Blue Band. Nuh-uh. You know what brand I got? I got freaking Lurpak butter. And you guys know Lurpak butter is expensive as frick. But let me tell you guys, salted Lurpak butter and good sourdough bread, holy freaking cow. That's my favorite snack, I think. But it was expensive. Don't do that. It's very expensive. My God. Strawberry jam in Baguio City is like $3 for small jars. That's awesome. That's a good deal. Just about the local Buena Butter Brand rather than branded ones like Skippy. I know, tapi Skippy and Nutella taste so good. Like, there's a reason why they're branded, because they're so good. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Bread, Blue Band, and sugar, yummy. Delicious. Yeah, Lurpak is for baking, and it's so expensive. But you guys, it is such a good butter. Oh my goodness. Sometimes, this is gonna be embarrassing, but like, bear with me, okay? Okay, you guys, sometimes I will go, like, if I'm invited out to eat at a fancy restaurant, right? When I go out to eat at a fancy restaurant, like I'm invited somewhere and they have the Lurpak butters, I sometimes hide them in my purse. I hide them in my purse so that way I can use the fancy butter with tomorrow's bread. One of my friends used to own or used to work at a hotel, and they know how much I love the butter. And so, you know, they would, so the butter that's just like, there's a certain, I think in hotel stuff, they can only use butter up to like a certain point, and then even though it's not yet expired, they can't legally put it on the table due to, you know, they don't want to get sued because of food poisoning, etc., etc., etc. But there's still really good butter. So I used to have a friend who worked at this very fancy restaurant, and they know how much I like butter. So they would literally, they would do their best to like talk to the head chef and just be like, hey, is there butter that you're about to throw out? You know, especially the ones that you give on like the ones that are still sealed and all that stuff. Like, is there anything that you can give out? And because the head chef was really, really nice, they don't let you do this anymore, just so you guys know. Like, unfortunately, food has become way more strict and you can't just like smuggle food out. So this was back when I was like early 20s, I would say. And because the head chef is so sweet, he would literally just give us like a huge bucket of just straight up butter. And the butter would still be good for like a couple of weeks, but they can't legally put it on the table because they don't want to risk any like food contamination thing. Oh my God, it was so good. I ate so good that year. But then my friend got a job somewhere else, so I can't do that anymore. Yeah, I was in my early 20s back in the 1800s. That's true, Cal. Back in the 1800s, you can get away with a lot of things. I got you. I know what you're about to bully me for. Call me old again, why don't you? At least I'm wise. How could a Mallow buy fancy bread when all of our money is supposed to go to your masters? Cass, that's a very good point. Speaking of, give me $200 so that way I can pass my master's test. Good Lord, I am brazen. I'm sorry, I don't mean it. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Do not give me $200. I will cry. Unless you're into that. But also don't. That's crazy. W sin a thief? I know. I'm a thief for good food. Did I tell you the time where I stole a spoon? You guys, I went to this fancy-ass hotel, right? This fancy-ass hotel had a fancy-ass restaurant. This hotel is so fancy that, oh my God, you guys. This restaurant was so fancy. There's legit an aquarium inside of it, right? You know the place is fancy when there's a live aquarium in the freaking hotel food venue, right? In the dining room, if there's a giant aquarium, that's a fancy hotel, right? And the spoons were so beautiful, I couldn't help myself. I stole the spoon. I still have it. I'll take a picture of the spoon and I will put it to the Discord. Yeah, I used to steal a lot. I mean, I didn't, but allegedly, I'm a thief. But in case anybody asks, it is a joke. Did I tell you the time about how I stole a mug from a bar that my friend worked in? To be fair, she dared me to do it. Oh my God, I can't believe, oh my God, am I a thief? First, I steal expired, like almost expired butter. Then I'm telling you guys that I stole a freaking spoon. And I'm about to tell you guys about how I stole a mug from my friend's workplace. But I swear to God that it was because she dared me to do it. She was like, you should try and see if you can steal a mug from my restaurant. And I was like, okay. So I did it. I feel bad. I feel so bad now. Now I feel bad. Sunbear, hello, it's good to see you. Welcome in. How are you? How are you? How are you? I hope you're good. Welcome in. Did you change your name? Did you rebrand? When you say it's been so long, but this is your first time chatting, I'm curious about it. If it has been so long, it's been so long. It's good to see you. My memory is mashed potatoes, so my apologies. Where's your favorite punching bag today? I think Arbs is a little bit down on the dumps right now. Leave Arbs alone. Send him lots of love. Ping him a lot. Cass says, she's not kidding. Homegirl is down bad for an education. All right, homegirl is down bad for an education because Cass, if I am able to get an education, that means I am able to get better employment. That means I am also able to make bigger events on Twitch, okay? If I get paid more, that means I can invest more in my hobby, and therefore you get more sinarynn content. That's why I'm down bad for the freaking education, man. It's crazy. Down bad for education is a crazy thing to say. My God. Oh my Lord, hi. Oh my goodness, honey. How's it going, honey? It's good to see you. Thank you so much for coming over with the raid. I really do appreciate it. Welcome into Honey and the Satins. I hope you're doing good. My name is sinarynn. I'm a VTuber from Indonesia. I'm a variety streamer. I play cozy video games, except for today, because today we are about to do our TOEFL test, except that I've been yapping for about 30 minutes, and I swear we'll get there. I swear we'll get there soon enough. Soon enough, okay? But thank you guys. I really do appreciate all the support. Thank you for making me laugh. I've had... Can I tell you guys something? Can I tell you guys something? I've been down in the dumps. And so I'm just hoping that you guys know that I'm very happy and appreciate it to be here. Lucid Loaf, hi, it's good to see you. Welcome in, Lucid Loaf. Oh my God, Mel. Hi, Mel. I remember you. We played Fortnite together. How's it going, Mel? Double raid. It's good to see you. Lucid Love, how's it going? No need to get all sourdough. We crumb in pieces. You are so cute. I'm going to grab you and I'm going to shake you. Lucid Love, you're adorable. How's it going? Thank you so much for the raid. To all the raiders, welcome in. Thank you for the double raid. My name is sinarynn. I'm a variety VTuber from Indonesia. I love playing cozy games, and I also love flexing on my English language. Heck and do it. Okay. Lucid Love, I am picking you up by the armpits, and I am just shaking you. I'm shaking you, Lucid Love. I'm shaking you like a freaking, like a, what is it? Like a snow globe. How's it going? What were you up to today, guys? I hope you're doing good. Thank you so much for coming over. Cass says, no judgment here. I want your masters too. Me too, man. Me too. Me too. Anyway, we've been talking about bread. What do you guys like on your bread? What's the epitome topping for bread?
I know something else. Senna stole a mutual, told me in confidence, and I'm about to
Senna
spill the tea.
Oh my god, I stole something from Mutual? Do tell, Cal. Mel says, I've never been able to catch your streams in all this time because of the time difference between us, but I'm glad to finally be here. I mean this with the nicest way possible. Mel, the last time I talked to you, you were still living in America. It is now like 7 a.m. there. What the frick are you doing awake at this time? Are you good, bestie? Are you good? Are you okay? I just remembered that it was so crazy that I became mutuals with you. And then it turns out that you know Wes, which is nuts. It's nuts that you know Wes and I know Wes and everybody knows Wes and I love it. You're living your Rebecca Black #Friday life. I love that. I love that. I miss him too. I miss him a lot. I haven't been able to hang out with him in a while. Hi, Lixalis. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for complimenting my avatar. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome into everybody. Hello, hello, hello. You played Coral Island. Was it yummy? Did you have a good time at Coral Island? Cal says, I know what you stole. You stole the Mallow's hearts. Stop, shut the front door. That's too cute. I'm blushing. Y'all are so adorable. My God. Mix V, hi, it's good to see you, Mix V. Good to see you, good to see you. Also to all the lovely pals over here, your name is going to be on the board if you support me in any way. Like either you watch the streams, or you give bits, or you sub at a tier 1. Your names are gonna be back there. As well as if you do a Ko-fi donation, like Cass over here. Cass, you are going to have your name over on the green sheet right there. You're just a silly girl. You're just a silly weirdo that has an off day. Don't mind me. I will not mind you. In fact, I am so glad that you're here. Rebecca Black has been slaying lately. Agreed. Agreed. Yes, Carly still goes by that. I love Carly. I occasionally talk to them once in a while. Love them. Love them to death. Love all my pals. We're all gay for each other. I love my friends. I miss my friends. I can't wait to hang out. Okay, can I be honest with you guys? I miss America in a sense that I miss hanging out with all my friends. Boy, I miss it so badly. But I don't think I'll be able to go over there because the visa is really, really expensive. We gotta get the band back together. Exactly, Mel. We gotta get the band back together. We gotta play Fortnite. It'll be so fun. Yum, yum, yum. Board me up, but for real, Selena, I only support 2 streamers and you're one of them. I'm rooting for you. Kaz! Don't make me feel special or else I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna develop parasocial relationship with you. Oh my God. I'm kidding. Learning Senna was in an actual band when she was 15 was great lore. I know, right? Now you know. I was in an actual band. Well, as actual of a band it could be at 15 years old. I sang, but now my voice is shot because I talk for a living. I talk for 2 livings, actually. This is crazy. Ko-fi is the way to go. It is the way to go. And I'm very excited to be able to go the way of the Ko-fi. Hey, by the way, some cool updates from the September side. Guys, the reason why I've been a bit offline this week and last week is because I went to go research some universities. I toured a couple of universities in Singapore as well. And I have submitted 1, maybe 2 applications. And so the funds that you guys gifted me in like frickin' what was it, on like the September. Those are being used for me to apply to master's degrees, and I think I'll be able to pay for like the first semester of my master's degree with the money, which is, I'm sitting here now and I kind of want to cry because that's a really crazy thing to say. Like my silly little hobby can fund like a whole semester's worth of tuition. Like, yeah, it's a hell yeah, but I'm trying not to cry right now. I think like if I start thinking it, whoa, the tears are coming. Sorry. Whoa. I swear I'm normal. I swear I'm normal. I swear I'm normal. Woo. Woo. Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. Woo. Okay, I'm okay. Like just thinking about it is a little bit crazy. Cal says, shame there's no master's degree for getting a girlfriend because that's the one you really need. Oh my God, Cal, thank God. Thank God. Thank God you said something, because if not, I'm going to just be like crying and I don't really want to cry. Cass, you're so real. I can only collect wives, but I cannot lend a date. It's rough out here for sinarynn, okay? It's rough out here. Tough. Isa says, I want to go back to high school. At the time, we used to have a band called Fiestas, then play Parisian Gloria during practice for absolutely no reason. That's nuts, Exam. That's nuts. My high school, I feel like it's pretty normal. I can't tell if people hate me because I genuinely just like everyone. And so if somehow my old high school friends watch my stream for any ungodknown known reason, like if it turns out that you guys hate me, can you like let me know? I want to know like what made people hate me. I'm curious about it, you know, because I felt like I was a pretty annoying kid. I think I'm an attention seeker in high school. I'm still an attention seeker as an adult, I suppose. If not, I wouldn't be streaming. Let's be real. I stream because I like attention, and it's the truth. But I'm curious I want to know what people's opinions are of me when I was in high school, especially those that weren't like super close to me, you know? Mel says, oh, by the way, Mel, do you prefer Mel or Harley? Is it Harley? Halsey? It was Harley, right? Let me know. I'll use it interchangeably. If people hate you, they're lacking a healthy sense of whimsy and mayhem. Real. So real. Cal says you were awful as a kid. I didn't have any friends, but the friend thing wasn't 100% with me. You know me as Mel, so you can call me Mel, but I do go by Harley now. I'd rather go by whatever name that you prefer to go by. So if it's Harley, I'm make sure that I call you Harley. No. No legacy fast over here. We call you by the name that you prefer. Cal says I was the kid on his own in the corner fighting with his own hands. Yeah. Oh my god, guys, can I tell you a story? This is a pretty silly story, and I feel kind of bad telling you guys this, but it made me laugh a little bit. I want you guys to know that if you're new to the lore, I'm a primary school teacher. Right? Like if you're new to the lore of sinarynn, I'm a primary school teacher. So today, okay, it wasn't today, it was like a couple of days ago. One of my students bumped into the door, and this friend has a lot of big emotions and gets upset very easily. They were about to fight the door until they realized that they hit an inanimate object. And so they started crying instead because they realized that they had nobody else to blame but themselves. Look, I love my kids, so I can laugh about it. You guys, I wish you were there to see the face of like realization that A, he got hurt. B, it switched to anger because he was hurt. C, it switched to confusion because he was confused that nobody actually hurt him and it was the door that hurt him, and the reason why the door hurt him is because he bumped into the door. And then, you know, obviously the upset, you know, because big emotions, the engaging, bubbling emotions, feeling like it was too much, it was too overwhelming, so he started crying. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh at my student. I can laugh about it now. Obviously, during the time, I was like, oh, you poor thing. It's okay. Miss Sinna is right here. You know, like I did all like the kiss the boo-boo and all that stuff. It's all good. But I swear to God, after I came home, I did tell the mom. I was like, hey, in case you're wondering why there's like a cute little bruise on your son's forehead, it's because he collided with the door. And unfortunately, he was not too pleased about colliding with the door. He really, really wanted to blame someone, you guys. He really did. He really did. But it is what it is. Oh my God. My goodness. Kids are really funny. And yes, you guys, this is Harley, my friend since... Oh my God, Harley, have we known each other for 3 years? That's crazy. That's actually so... Like, that's such a wild amount of time. Seth says, I've apologized to a pole for bumping into it multiple times. Me too, Bessie, me too. Back when I was in primary school, a wild thing I remember was this kid had a loose tooth and was seeing who could pull it off with his mouth. Ew! Can you imagine having a loose tooth and taking turns trying to pull it? First of all, I was so squeamish as a kid. I could not touch anything, like even towels that belonged to other people. So the idea of reaching into someone else's mouth, like reaching inside someone else's mouth, the idea of reaching inside someone else's mouth to pull a tooth out of it, nuts. That's so nuts. Hi, Chipu. Did I win TOEFL? I did not even start. I swear we'll start eventually. Cass says, no, Shaw, you weren't quietly laughing in the moment. No, Cass, I was. I did my best not to laugh, though. I did my best not to laugh because I was smart. Harley says, I would be a terrible teacher. I would end up laughing at my kids for doing stupid stuff. Harley, I laugh at my kids for doing stupid stuff all the time. I love my students, but they are quite silly. You know, they're very sweet, but they're very silly. Like today, oh my God, today, you guys, we had so many tears today. But one of the most biggest one was one of my kiddos. She just straight up wasn't listening to me. She kept on lying on the floor. She wasn't playing with her instruments and all that stuff. So finally, I had to like sit her down and be like, hey, what's going on? I've been noticing that you said no to Miss Sinna like 3-4 times. Why did you say no to me? I literally said that and she burst out crying and I felt so bad. And I was like, all right, this kid is clearly tired. I pushed her too hard. Maybe I should have let her lie down. But it was in the middle of a lesson and I don't let anybody lie down. So I just, you know, I did the grown-up thing of like, oh, honey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel bad. I was just feeling sad. You know, like I explained to her that I was sad that you didn't listen to me, blah, blah, blah. Can you forgive me for saying, you know, for being mean, for saying the wrong thing? And then she was like, I forgive you and I love you, Miss Sinna. And I'm like, I love you too. And we had a big hug and everything was fine. But good Lord, I dealt with crying children for 8 hours today. Bro. My God. When's nap time? I wish we had nap time in first grade. We really need to still have nap time. My students are tired. Okay, I don't mean to stall for an hour. Oh my God, I need to go. I feel like I need nap time, you guys. All right, we gotta focus. I say we have to focus and I'm the one yapping. So really, whose fault is this? This is my fault entirely, sorry. Sorry, I swear we're gonna focus. Okay, focus. I'm not looking at chat anymore. Screw you guys. It's hard for me to focus when you guys are here. Just kidding. All right, here we go. Sinarynn, No, I'm sinarynn. Why did I just call you guys sinarynn? What is my who are you? Oh my god. I did not just call you guys by my name. Oh my lord. Mellows, focus. Thank you for the brain salt chip. I really need it, my love. Thank you. I appreciate it. I did nothing wrong. I just stared. I know. I'm sorry. I did distract you with talk of our Fortnite days. Yeah, of our glorious Fortnite days for real. Exam says last 2 weeks. I made one of my students almost in tears because she made an oopsie daisy during the obstacle course. I just stared at her. Oh, exam. You know people hate being stared at. They always feel like something's wrong. All right, you guys, we got this, okay? We gotta focus. Mellows, you are not sinarynn. I don't know if you guys know that, but you're not sinarynn. I'm sinarynn. I'm sinarynn now. I'm the streamer. Oh my god, my brain cells are brain celling. All right, we are here today going to be doing some fun little thing that I like to call the TOEFL practice test, except this is the wrong screen. This is my game screen. Sorry. What? I'm not sinarynn? No, surprisingly. All right, if you want to go take turns being sinarynn, be my guest. But it's not your turn to be sinarynn, okay? It's my turn to be sinarynn. You can be sinarynn when I'm done being sinarynn, okay? I made a mistake of calling you guys sinarynn and now I'm being clowned about. No, stop thieving mine. You guys. Oh my god, my identity is being stolen from me. Mellows, do you know that identity theft is a serious crime? I can't believe you do this to me, I swear. Unbelievable. All right, focus, Mellows, focus. The screen is up. In a real practice test, I can't dilly-dally. And I've been dilly-dallying, okay? We're gonna start the test. Start test without the account. Okay, general test instructions. We gotta focus. This test measures your ability to use English in an academic context. There are 4 sections. In the reading section, you will read 2 passages and answer 10 questions about them. In the listening section, you will hear 2 conversations and 3 lectures and answer questions about them. In the speaking section, you will answer 4 questions. Some questions ask you to speak about your own experience. Other questions ask you to speak about lectures and reading passages. Okay. In the writing section, you will answer 2 questions. The first question asks you to write about the relationship between a lecture you will hear and a passage you will read. The second question asks you to state and support an opinion in an online classroom discussion. There will be directions for each section and explain how to answer the questions in that section. You should work quickly but carefully on the reading and listening questions. Some questions are more challenging than others, but try to answer each one to the best of your ability. If you are not sure of the answer to a question, make the best guess that you can. The questions that you answer by speaking and writing are each separately timed. Try to answer every one of these as completely as possible in the time allowed. Holy cow, the word question does not seem real to me at all after doing that, which is just frightening. An ADHD person asking other ADHD people to focus. What is this world coming through? I know, unfortunately, I feel so bad. I'm sorry. I can't do that to you guys. Oh, should I get... I don't have a jingling keys, but I have this one. Will this guy... Okay, guys, I have something here that might help us focus. Does that help you focus? Are you guys focusing? Should I just like, every once in a while? It'll be like the jingle jangle of keys, except I have no keys. All right, focus. Focus. All right. Oh my God, there's more directions. Holy smokes. This section measures your ability to understand academic passages in English. You will read 2 passages and answer 10 questions per passage. Holy, so that's 20 questions. You have 36 minutes to read all the passages and answer all the questions. Frick. Most questions are worth 1 point, but the last question in each set is worth more than 1 point. The directions indicate how many points you may receive. Some passages include a word or phrase that is underlined in blue. In official TOEFL, you will be able to click on the underlined word to see an example and explanation of the word. Oh my God, you guys, reading this, I'm already nervous because reading this direction, my brain is going haywire. I don't even know what I'm reading right now. Within this section, you can go to the next question by clicking next. You may skip questions in the current passage and go back to them later. If you want to return to previous questions, click on back. Okay, got it. If you can click on review at any time, and review screen will show you how many questions you have answered and which one you have not answered. All right, let's just keep going. I'm like do you know those video game people that don't read the directions and they just click skip on the tutorial? That is exactly what we're gonna do today. Skip. Oh God, okay. The Moai of Easter Island. Are you guys ready for me to read this to you? In the southeastern Pacific Ocean, on the piece of land known as Easter Island, now a territory of Chile, stand several hundred massive stone monoliths. These cravings, I already screwed it up, and it's the second sentence of the test. I am so cooked. Guys, oh my God, I am cooked. These carvings, called moai, are recognizable by their oversized heads, heavy brows, long noses, elongated ears, and protruding lips. What? Ooh, sexy. Oversized heads, heavy brows, long noses, elongated ears, protruding lips? Dream man. While they average 4 meters in height and 12.5 tons, the largest is almost 10 meters tall and the heaviest weigh 86 tons. The upright sculptures are scattered around Easter Island, many installed on platforms called ahu along the coast, while others are more inland and several stand near the main volcanic quarry of Ranu Raraku. I am already so freaking tired. Oh, Dumpster Warlock, thank you for doing the daily blessing. Also, hello to Amna, my beloved. The Rapa Nui people of the island built a total of 887 of these impressive statues between the 12th and 16th centuries. They were, it is said, symbols of religious and political authority, embodiments of powerful chiefs or ancestors who faced inland toward the island's villages, perhaps watching over their creators and keeping them safe. I'm gonna speed read through this. Oh my Lord, it's so long. Okay, for my masters, for my mallows, for my masters, for my mallows, for my masters, for my mallows, for my masters, for my mallows. Okay. The very creation of such mallows was an impressive feat that was serious. How they are transported to their resting places. In the past, most researchers are associated with building and transportation of the moai with widespread deforestation on the island and the eventual collapse of the Rapa Nui civilization. Okay, there's collapse. First paragraph, it talks a little bit about Rapa Nui and also mostly about the moai things. Second paragraph, it talks about what is going on with the moai. Hypothesis is based in part. Oh, so it's talking about the whole thing of like, hey, you guys, how can these moai things be transported with wooden logs? Like, how does that even work? Created rollers by arranging parallel logs on which the prone statues were pulled or pushed. They would not have required an entire roadway of logs since logs from the back could be placed at the front, creating a moving platform of sorts. To make it easier to roll and keep in position, the statue would be placed on 2 logs arranged in a V shape. But how do you lift the statue on the logs? Like, I get it, but is that even possible? I know, right? They can't even it out to like an 888. Crazy. Rap God. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm rapping what now? Rolling statues in a prone position. Sophisticated computer models. Ooh, Van Tilburg. Hey, Joanne. That sounds like a female scientist. Look at that. Women in STEM. Love women in STEM. She created computer models that took into account available materials, routes, rock, and manpower, even factoring in how much the workers would have to have eaten. Her model supported the idea that rolling stone, my God, I am so cooked. Rolling prone statues was the most efficient method. As further evidence, Van Tilburg oversaw the movement of a moai replica by the method she had proposed. But evidence that it was possible is not necessarily evidence that it actually happened. That's true. That's true. Just because you think it might happen does not mean that is the case of that it actually happened. In 1980s, archaeologist Charles Love, oh, look at these names. Charles Love, what a sexy name. With rolling the moai in an upright position rather than prone on 2 wooden statue renders. Oh, you guys, I finally figured out what prone means. So prone means to lie them down. Am I right? Dadu! Hello, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. Welcome in, welcome in. Happy birthday to you, Daru. Also, the Beat Mage, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. I hope you're good. My name is sinarynn. I'm currently taking a TOEFL test, and you guys are here for it. Because you guys are my what? Moral support. Indeed, a team of just 25 men was able to move. This should be were. This should be, oh, was like the team. Okay. A team of 25 men was able to move the statue a distance of 150 feet in mere 2 minutes. I'm reading. Yeah, what if the statues tip over? Love, you fool! Have you not considered that the statues could tip over if they were upright? You absolute hooligan! You fool! The idea of the statues tipping over along the route was consistent with many moai found on their sides or faces beside the island's ancient roads. Local legend held that the statues walked to their destinations, which would seem to support an upright model of transportation. In fact, rolling was not only possible for transporting the moai in an upright position. Interesting. In 1980s, Pavel and Thor... Oh my god, this is such an Indonesian name. Like, repeating your first name twice? That is something Indonesians would do. This is... Can you imagine? What is the aura in a guy who repeats their first name twice? Pavel. Look at him go. What's your first name? Pavel. What's your last name? Pavel. Dude, aura, in my opinion. So this guy, Pavel and Thor. Dude, Pavel and Thor. What a cool name. Had experimented with swiveling the statues forward. With one rope tied around the head and another around the base, they were able to move a 5-ton moai with only 8 people and a 9-ton statue with 16. However, they abandoned their efforts when their technique proved too damaging. As they shuffled the statues forwards, the bases were chipped away. This confounding factor led most to believe that the upright rope-assisted walking method was incorrect. But many don't believe they were in fact transported upright. In 2012, Carl Lipo, cool name, of California State University Long Beach, and Terry Hunt, also cool name, of the University of Hawaii teamed up with archaeologist Sergio Rapu, again, cool names, to refine the upright walking idea. They found that the statues that appeared to be abandoned in transit had bases with curved front edges. This meant they could naturally topple forward and need to be modified once they reached their destinations. But that curved edge also meant they could easily be rocked forward using a small team of people and 3 ropes attached to the head. Indeed, their experiments demonstrated the feasibility of this method, and their theory has gained traction. But there's no conclusive way how the moai walked. Damn. All right, I'm gonna focus. I thought prone was lying on your back. Oh, you're right. Oh my god, Harley, you are such a genius. You're so real for that. You're a genius for that. You're right. Prone is lying on its back. Okay. Visual following best express essential information in the highlighted sentence. While the very creation of such monoliths, most out of volcanic ash with stone head chisels, is how they were transported to their meeting place. Okay. The transportation of the moai is both remarkable and mysterious, but not as impressive as the actual creation of statues. The moai were carved with stone hand chisels. Creation of the moai is amazing. The transportation of the moai is remarkable, mysterious, and impressive as their creation with simple hand tools. Which of the following best expresses the essential information in the highlighted sentence? Oh, it's only asking which one is the essential information. So right now it is the fact that it is about, okay, you guys, I'm gonna be real with you. Multiple choice questions are gaslighters. They're the ultimate gaslighters. We've been gaslit for our entire lives. Most of these have something in common besides this one. right? This is talking about how the creation of the statues are cool. This is like cool, but it's not real because it is unknown whether the people actually transport. I guess that's true. Is how they were transported to their resting places. What is more remarkable? Yeah, it's this one. I believe it. I'm moving on. What does the author say about past theories of how the Moai was transported from quarries to their resting places? What did they say? Rollers. Based on inaccurate estimates. What? The hypothesis is... My brain is exploding, you guys. This is so hard. Mix shoot high. My brain is literally exploding. How do people do this? This hypothesis is based. You guys heard it here, folks. The hypothesis is based. Also, I was just thinking about it. Why do all researchers have cool names? Have you ever met a researcher named Gertrude? Yeah. No, I have never met a researcher with an ugly name. They're all super cool names. Friggin' Charles Love? What a cool name. Damn. Or Alex says fun fact. Supine is flat on your back. Prone is flat on your front. sinarynn is a genius because I was the one that said prone was flat on my front. Damn, sinarynn is genius. I am not name shaming Gertrude. Wait, maybe I am. Shoot. Oh no, now all the Gertrudes in chat are like leaving because I shamed them. Gertrude, come back. I was kidding. Your name is beautiful and I love it. Please. I'm joking, Gertrude. Come back. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. Maybe I should name my daughter Gertrude as like penance. Okay, focus. Oh my god. What did they say about past theories? I don't freaking know. In the past, most research associated building and transportation with widespread deforestation. Okay. That one. The word they in paragraph 2 refers to... They would not have required an entire roadway of logs, since logs in the back would be placed to the people. Why does author mention sophisticated computer models developed by Johann van Tilburg? I don't freaking know, because she's a genius and we love women in STEM. I'm kidding. To emphasize the difficulty of theorizing? Nope. To demonstrate that van Tilburg's hypothesis appear to be supported by evidence? Yep. Nope. To show how archaeology can apply modern tools to ancient mysteries? I guess it's between these two. But I'm gonna say this. To show how archaeology can apply modern tools to ancient mysteries. Examine 4 blanks in the selection below and indicate which block the following sentence could be inserted in the passage. What? That's what I was thinking. I was also thinking the people too. Her data appeared to demonstrate... Oh, okay, so I have to put this in here, right? I think it should be C, right? Her model supported the idea of rolling statues was the most efficient method, as further evidence. Van Tilburg observed the movement of a Moai replica by the method she proposed. Her data appeared to demonstrate that an average-sized Moai could be moved approximately 10 kilometers in 4.7 days with a team of 70 people. That sounds correct. I'm losing it and I'm only on question 6 out of 20. What am I gonna do? My god. Hi, Arbs. In paragraph 3, what does the author not suggest about Johannes Valberg's... Who? What's her name? Joanne. Any Joannes in chat? I don't freaking know any Joannes. All I know is the freaking sewing store. That's the only Joanne I know. Joanne Fabrics. Rest in peace, my girl. Love Joanne Fabrics. Miss her to death. Joanne van Tilburg's hypothesis concerning the method of transporting Des Moines. Palace! It's a teacher raid. My love. Sin, you're also being timed. Quick! I forgot I'm also being timed. I gotta go fast. Hi, Palace, and hi, co-palacers, Palace men. My name is Sinarynn. It's good to see you. I'm a variety VTuber from Indonesia, and as a testament to my variety, I am currently taking the TOEFL test right in front of your very eyes. That's right in front of your very eyes. It's good to see you. How's it going? They're pals. Oh, I should have caught that. Sorry, Palace. It's Ronnie. Hi, it's good to see you. Welcome in. Frater, thank you for welcoming the Raiders. Bodromian, it's good to see you. How are you? I hope you're good, Bo. You love my British accent? You shouldn't, because now I'm going to get big-headed and I'm going to keep using my British accent, which is terrible. It's terrible. You got this. Thank you. I'm trying to make this as funny as possible, because I know it's not the easiest to make this kind of thing funny. My God. Wait, what sounds like a punishment, Arbs? My British accent sounds like a punishment? Why are you so mean to me? Guys, do you see this? Arbs is mean to me. I'm not being mean to Arbs. Arbs is genuinely being mean to me. He hates me so bad. What British person isn't big-headed? Oh my God, you're so real for that. Holy smokes. Okay. Use a computer. That one. What can be inferred from paragraph 5 about the statues found at the... Just want to say your model looks so much better without the creepy nun outfit. No, don't say that. Someone made that beautiful nun outfit. Don't be mean to the artists, please. That's not cool. But yeah, this is my true form. I know I look hella cute. Beautiful nun outfit. There you go. There you go. There you go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't be mean to the artists. Some would say nuns are sexy. I felt like I was pretty sexy in that nun outfit. I loved it. What could be inferred from paragraph 5? Oh yes, Terry Hunt. I remember you. They were naturally toppled forward and need to be modified once they reach their destinations. Many were in fact created and they were installed, rather than at the quarries they were originally assumed to be the place of creation. Wait, what? This meant they would naturally topple forward and need to be modified once they reach their destinations. What? They showed signs of being tipped over on their sides at some point in transit. People intended for them to be located elsewhere but were constrained by their transportation methods. I feel like it's this one. Many were in fact created as they were installed. They were not installed there. Okay. Frick! I only have 20 minutes! Okay, the word abandoned in paragraph 5 is closest meaning to. It appeared to be... left! I don't freaking know. I gotta go fast, guys. I only have 18 minutes left. Oh, shoot. Which of the following methods of transportation does the author say is supported by the most compelling evidence? Is this the most compelling evidence? Probably the rolling of the moi in upright position. Shuffling. Oh no, the shuffling. The shuffling is what it is. Was it the shuffling? I don't have time for this. Oh God. Rock forward. Okay, shuffling. That's shuffling. Okay, go. Move. Some introductory sentences. Drag your answers to... No! What is this question? Why is there so many? Am I learning, son? I'm trying. I'm so trying. Oh my God. Also, hi, Al Hutter. It's good to see you. Dad, I hope I'm making you proud. Explain how the large moist statues of Easter Island are transported in various locations. Okay. Many statues... Oh, I have to put them in order? Okay, this one. The condition of the road, the availability are all important variables in determining how they were transported. Okay? The statues that were located around the island were created in the stone quarries and inferior. Nope. Experiments with moving the moai using ropes have demonstrated the likelihood that they were transported, and the use of logs may be connected to the eventual collapse of the civilization. Okay. I think it's... Okay, hold on. This one. This one. Question is worth 2 points? Oh, I'm sweating. Oh, Lord. Okay. Something like this, if we had to just, like, make a summary, right? Located? Yeah, I think this is pretty good. There are several competing theories. Many theories suggest the use of logs to roll the statues. The conditions of the road, availability, and constructions are all important variables in determining experiments with moving. Good. I have no time. It's fine. Stone Age agriculture. Oh my god, it's more boring stuff. Help. Help. I'm trying to beat the clock. I gotta beat the clock. Thank you for the 07s. I appreciate it. Oh my lord. Stress. Are you guys lefties or righties? Do you guys use your left hand to write or like right hand to write? I don't have time for this. Oh my god. Almost evidence apply these tools to deliver reduction. Okay. I'm adopting my David. What's his name? David Burrow. What is that? David. What's the guy? Who's the guy that does the thing, you guys? A guy nature documentaries. You guys know the one. What's his name? David Attenborough. Okay. I'm gonna do my David Attenborough voice, okay? I'm gonna put you guys to sleep. He doesn't think it's not very specific. I'm sorry. This is just the way I talk. Whew. Well, the use of stone tools began 2.5 million years ago. It wasn't until about 10,000 BCE that Homo sapiens applied these tools to the deliberate cultivation of plants and animals. The adoption of sustained agriculture, what anthropologists call the Neolithic Revolution, signifies an important turning point in the development of human societies, as it led directly to population growth, permanent or semi-permanent settlement, as well as technological and social development. Neolithic agriculture developed at different times in different parts of the world, beginning with the Levant and Mesopotamia, followed by Northern Africa, Southeast Asia, and Europe. But while we often call it a revolution, it would be a mistake to believe that agriculture was a sudden and complete development, an all-or-nothing proposition that societies adopted wholesale at the first opportunity. Instead, it developed slowly, beginning as a supplement to more traditional hunting and gathering lifestyles in which people relied on plants and animals gathered or hunted in their natural environment. It's slowing you down? Quick! Okay. Over time, as people learned more about and relied more greatly on domesticated plants and animals, they settled more permanently and cultivated the land more intensively. Neolithic farmers collected and planted seeds that they learned would produce palatable grains, selectively breeding plants deemed healthy and delicious and avoiding those not. Early agriculture was restricted to a limited number of plants, namely emmer wheat, einkorn wheat, and barley. Later, people learned to cultivate pulses, including lentils, peas, chickpeas, bitterfetch, and multi-purpose flax plant. I can't keep up with this accent, it's crazy. These 8 plant species, known as Neolithic founder crops, are primary domesticates. Why? Don't ask me why I turned southern. People's success in planting, cultivating, and harvesting these plants came about as a result not only of their increased knowledge of the plants themselves, but also of the conditions for growth. They explored innovative irrigation techniques. Why can't I read fast? Which enabled even greater production and eventually food surpluses. Of course, food surpluses are useless unless people have the ability and facilities to store them, which people did in granaries. Oh my god, this is so boring. Why can't they do something fun, for the TOEFL test so that way I know academic stuff? You can give me an essay on Homestuck and how it relates to like all the cool different literature that it exists to. Why are they giving me things about agriculture? At least give me something cool. Sorry, this is besides the point. I'm running out of time. Shoot, I have 12 minutes. Okay, focus. It's so interesting. I love this. Okay, I'm sorry, Yuktiriam. I'm gonna keep going. The dawn of agriculture is awesome. Okay, I'm gonna focus. You guys love Dawn of Agriculture? I'm gonna change my mind. It is cool. It is interesting. The Mellows love it, and therefore I love it. I love it. Agriculture is so cool. Okay, agriculture is cool. Food surpluses in turn enabled a host of other social developments like occupational specialization, since not everyone had to be involved in food production, trade, and social stratification. These advances in agriculture went hand in hand with technological development. People fashioned stone tools such as hoes, for working soil, sickle blades for harvesting crops, and grinding stones for processing grains. However, the polished stone axe was more important than such agriculture implements, which allowed the Neolithic farmers to clear forests on a large scale and open up new lands for cultivation. Along with the adze, the axe also enabled them to work the trees they felled into wood. Ooh, I like that word, felled. That was usable for building shelters and other structures. There's a lot in here. Okay. Besides cultivating plants, these Stone Age farmers also domesticated animals. At first, it was sheep, goats, and dogs whose temperament and diet and mating patterns made them good candidates for domestication. Later, cows and pigs were added to the mix. Besides meat, these animals provide people with milk, a renewable source of protein, leather, wool, and fertilizer. Cows became valued for their labor as they assisted with plowing and towing, and dogs provided protection not only to humans but also to their crops and livestock, as well as companionship. You guys are right. This is really interesting. I like it when they start talking about animals. I love animals. That agriculture enabled hitherto. That's what it was. That agriculture enabled hitherto unknown population growth is undeniable. The agriculture enabled hitherto unknown population growth is undeniable. Food surpluses and a great agricultural lifestyle brought security and safety that nomadic hunter-gatherers did not enjoy. And it may be argued that the subsequent advances in all realms of society, not only the aforementioned technology, but also knowledge, art, writing, and astronomy. Wait, that's cool. So it all goes down towards like art, economy, and you were right. I'm sorry, I was wrong. I was being a fool. Would not have emerged without sedentary lifestyle. But the impact of the Neolithic Revolution, often heralded as a giant step forward to humankind, was not all positives. Sedentary agriculture narrowed the diet of Neolithic people. They consumed greater amounts of starch and plant protein and fewer types of food overall. An increasing number of researchers claim that human nutrition worsened with the Neolithic evolution. Oh no! In addition, the disease increased as humans lived in closer contact with each other and with domesticated animals. Sanitation didn't advance quite as quickly as agricultural methods. Ooh. Also turns out that agriculture required significantly more labor and then hunting and gathering. The combined result of these facts was a life expectancy that was most likely shorter than that of apparently more primitive hunter and gatherers. You guys are right. That is really cool. I'm sorry, I yucked your yum. I was a fool. I did not realize that revolution is very cool. But while we often call it a revolution, it would be a mistake to believe that agriculture was a sudden and complete development, an all or nothing proposition that society has adopted wholesale at first opportunity. Traditional beliefs about adoption have been nope. Somewhat misleading because agriculture was not adopted all at once. I think that's what it is. Examined 4 of these. Oh, okay. Early farming came about as people observed and experimented with plant reproduction. Okay. Wait. Neolithic farmers produced plants. We can put it here, I suppose. Early farming came about as people observed and experimented with plant traditions. But then it talks about early agriculture, which is not good. I think it has to be C again, right? Early agriculture was restricted to a limited number of... see, that's talking about agriculture, and then the next sentence follows the agriculture thing, right? And then if we put it in C, early farming came about as people observed and experimented with plant reproduction. Together, these 8 plant species... Oh, wait, no, I think it has to be D. It could be A. But, like, these 3 sentences go all together, so I don't really want to split them up. I'm gonna go D. What is them? Of course, food surpluses are useless unless people have the ability and facilities to store them. Food surpluses. I'm so glad ancient people did this so we get to sit here and read about it on our computer screens with Since Anime Girl VTuber. That's true. Thank you, agriculture, for giving me good content. Sorry. People's success in planting, cultivating, and harvesting these plants came about as a result not only of their increased knowledge of plants themselves, but also the conditions for growth. Okay, focus. They explored innovative irrigation techniques, which enabled even greater production. Eventually, food surplus. Yummy. People's success in planting, cultivating, and harvesting these plants came about as a result not only of their increased knowledge of the plants themselves, but also the conditions for growth. No. Success in farming was dependent on materials and knowledge. This one might be. I think it's mostly like. I feel like it's talking more about like advances in agriculture, but none of these are like exactly correct. But I'm gonna go with this one, like advances, like it's mostly that one. According to the author, which of the following was the most critical about the intensive agriculture? Hose for working the soil. It was the stone axe. The stone axe was more important than the actual agricultural implements. Wait. What? According to the author, which of the following was the most critical in the development of the intensive agriculture? What is the ADSI? What is an ADSI, guys? I'm gonna look that up. I know I have precious minutes. I want to know what ADSI is. Oh, that's an ADSI. Okay, got it. According to paragraph 6, which of the following is true about domesticated animals? Later, they served a variety of purposes for Neolithic farmers. It's true. They were limited to animals. No. Domestication predates the domestication of plant species. No. Consumed much of the food surpluses. No. I feel like they just served a lot of purposes. The primary purpose of paragraph 7 is 2. Summary. What is the purpose of paragraph 2? Oh. It is true that it's that one, but I think it's this one. Introduced the negative impacts of the advent of agriculture. Do you see what I mean? Because it talks about like, yeah, that's cool, but have you considered that this is not cool? And it just talks a lot about that. Heralded. Oh, celebrated or defined. But the impact of the Neolithic Revolution often heralded. I'm gonna say celebrated. All the following are mentioned as negative impacts of the Neolithic Revolution, except. Okay, except, meaning that all of these are true besides one. They consume greater amounts of starch and fewer food types and... Yep. Okay, people suffered more from illnesses. This one is true. They lack diversity in the foods they ate. This one is false? Question mark? Farming required harder work than previous modes. Could be. Farming required harder work than previous. Hi, Paz. It's good to see you. We're currently taking a test together. I'm taking the test technically. You guys are helping me out by feeding me the answers. Farming required harder work than previous modes of food production. This is true also. It's a lot. More labor. There was a competition in society for certain types of resources. Researchers claim that human nutrition worth it. They consumed greater amounts of starch and plant protein. I feel like it's one of these two. An increasing number of researchers. This one is true. Yeah. Lack of human nutrition. So is it this one? There's more competition in society for certain types of resources. We're gonna go with it. In the Neolithic period of the Stone Age. Oh, I got 2 minutes. Okay, I'm chill. In the Neolithic period of the Stone Age, agriculture was an important development for human societies. People learned to cultivate the number of different plants using innovative tools and techniques. The food surpluses that agriculture enabled led to other developments, but had overall negative impact on human health. I'm gonna go do this and then this one. Yeah. That seems correct. You've seen all the oh, nice! Review this section. Click on review to review this section. Review. Oh, it's just asking me if I answered them. All right. Return. Next. Okay. We're done with the reading section. Amazing. What do I do? What does that mean? I completed the reading. Where's my results? How do I know that I passed? Do I not pass? Wait, how do I Wait, hold on. Let me put you guys on something. Did I freaking hello? Did I just freaking lose my progress? Do I have to do that again? I'm gonna cry. Wait, no, you're kidding. Do I have to do it again? Guys. I don't think I timed out. I don't know what happened. What do I do? Oh my goodness. Were they not allowed to say ho? No, you're allowed to say ho. I just surprised that there was a ho. Oh my god. You guys. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No, I think it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. No, it's okay. We gotta go to the listening portion now. No, it's okay. I have to go through the listening portion now. We may not have the damn it. I don't know what happened to the reading score, but it is what it is. Now we're gonna go through the listening. There was a time limit. I have no idea what happened. I think she was just angry with me. You know how sometimes they're just angry with me? It's okay. Okay, unfortunately with the listening portion, I cannot listen to music at the same time because I will pass out due to overstimulation. Did you guys know that about me? You guys, I cannot for the life of me do two things at once. Like if you give me two things at once, I start to panic. Okay? I start to panic a little bit. So if I'm listening to music and to hear like people talking, my brain frizzles out. So I gotta go. Palace, thank you so much for sending off your lovelies to us. Have a good night. Thank you so much for coming over with the raid. I appreciate it. All right.
Listen to
scared me.
part of a lecture in an anthropology class.
Anthropology class, got it.
So we've been discussing 16th century Native American life.
Ooh.
And today we're going to focus on the Iroquois and Huron people.
Guys, start taking notes, guys.
They lived in
that way you can help me.
Northeastern Great Lakes region of North America. Now, back then, their lives depended on the natural resources of the forest, especially the birch tree. The birch tree can grow in many different types of soils
Birch
and
tree.
is prevalent in that area.
Birch
Now, can anyone here describe a birch tree?
tree. I know a birch tree. It's white.
They're tall and
Look at
white.
what?
The
Yes.
bark, I mean.
Yes. It's
the
white.
birch
Oh my
tree
God.
has white bark. And this tough protective
I can't believe
outer
this guy
layer
just a
of the
tall.
tree, this
What is
this
he?
white bark
5?
is waterproof. And this waterproof quality of the bark, it made it useful for making things like cooking containers,
Ooh, cooking containers.
a variety of utensils.
Mm.
And if you peel
I
birch
also
bark
know
in
birch
the
trees from
winter,
Minecraft, dude.
we call it the winter bark. Another layer, a
Winter
tougher
bark.
inner layer of the tree, adheres to the bark, producing a stronger material.
Nice.
So the winter bark was used for larger utensils and containers.
Uh-huh.
I know people make utensils out of wood, but utensils out of tree bark?
Well, birch bark is pliable and
pliable.
very easy to bend.
Very easy to bend.
The
That's
Native
what
Americans
pliable
would
means.
cut the bark and fold it into any shape they needed, then secure it with cords until it dried. They could fold the bark into many shapes.
So if they cooked in bowls made of birch bark, wouldn't that make the food taste funny?
Mm.
Oh, that's one of the great things about birch bark. The taste
Wow,
of the
this-
birch tree doesn't get transferred to the food.
Oh.
So it was
That is
perfect
very
for
interesting.
cooking containers. But the most important use of the bark, by far, was the canoe. Since the northeast region of North America it's interconnected by many streams and waterways, water transportation by vessels like a canoe was most essential. The paths through the woods were often overgrown,
Canoe.
so water travel was much faster. And here's what the Native Americans did. They would peel large sheets of bark from the tree to form lightweight yet sturdy canoes.
Oh.
The bark was stretched over frames made from tree branches, stitched together, and sealed with resin. You know, that sticky liquid that comes out of the tree? And when it dries, it's watertight.
Mm.
One great thing about these birch bark canoes was they could carry a large amount of cargo. For example, a canoe weighing about 50 pounds could carry up to
Ouch.
9 people and 250 pounds of cargo.
Wow. But how far could they travel that way?
Oh my
Well,
God.
like I said, the
Paz, thank you for
northeastern
gifting
region
us up
is,
to Sunbear.
interconnected by rivers and streams
Hardly enjoy.
and the ocean at the coast. The canoes allowed them to travel over a vast area that today would take a few hours to fly over. You see, the Native Americans made canoes of all types for travel on small streams or on large open ocean waters. For small streams, they made narrow, maneuverable boats, while larger canoes were needed for the ocean.
Oh.
They could travel throughout the area, only occasionally having to portage to carry the canoe over land a short distance
Portage.
to
Carry
another
canoe
nearby
over land.
stream. And since the canoes were so light, this wasn't a difficult task. Now, how do you think this affected their lives?
Well, if they could travel so easily over such a large area, they could trade with people from other areas, which I guess would lead them to form alliances.
Ooh.
Exactly.
She's a genius.
Having an efficient means of transportation, well, that helped the Iroquois to form a federation linked by natural waterways. And this federation expanded from what is now southern Canada all the way south to the Delaware River. And this efficiency of the birch bark canoe also made an impression on newcomers to the area. French traders in the 17th century modeled they adopted the design of the Iroquois birch bark canoes, and they found they could travel great distances, more than 1,500 kilometers a month. Now, besides the bark, Native Americans also used the wood of the birch tree. The young trees were used as supports for lodgings,
Ooh.
with the waterproof bark used as roofing. Branches were folded into snowshoes, And the Native American people were
Wait,
all
birch is
adept
really
at
useful. What the heck?
running very fast over the snow in these birch branch snowshoes, which, if you've ever tried walking in snowshoes, you know isn't easy.
Mm-hmm. Dude, that's so honestly, like, I started clowning on the guy, don't get me wrong. They're tall. Bark was white. Like, I started clowning on him. But I learned a lot about like birch trees. By the way, Exum, just to let you know, it's Native Americans. Don't call them Indians. I don't think they like that. I've had a couple of like Native American streamers tell me like, don't call us Indians. We're Native Americans. And I said, okay. I'm just simply relaying the message. That was really useful. All I know about birchwoods is that they're white, but it turns out they can use all sorts of things to build birchwood. That's fun. According to the professor, what characteristics of birch bark made it useful to Native Americans? Easy to fold, and it repels water because you can use them as canoes. According to professor, why was a canoe important to some Native American groups? Networks of waterways where they lived helped them relationship between group of Native Americans and their, what was it? Was it this one? Sold their canoes to other groups. I swear I was listening. It's just I'm not the best auditory listener. Snowy winters maybe made land travel too difficult. There was a network of waterways where they lived. It's one of these two. I'm going to go with this one. Why does the professor mention French traders who arrived at Iroquois region? To illustrate how far news, to explain the to support a point about how efficient to emphasize that we were reversed in the region. Probably. It's one of these two. I'm going to go with this one. To illustrate how far news of the Iroquois canoe designs have traveled. That way they like it. Oh, probably mostly this one.
Why does the student say this?
I know people make utensils out of wood, but utensils out of tree bark?
To request more explanation from the professor. Is that it? Oh. How did I do? I scored 5 out of 6. Let's go, you guys. I scored 5 out of 6. Wait, that's huge. Correct answer is C. My selection is C. So I'm right. This one is right. This one is right. Ah, it was the snow. No. My answer was right. My selection was A and D. Wow. I'm pretty impressive. Ah, how efficient the Iroquois denies it. The professor mentions French traders to support a point about the efficiency of the Iroquois. The sufficiency of the birch bark canoe made an impression to newcomers in the area. That's what I wanted to figure out. Okay. I see. Wow, that's pretty good. To request more explanation from the professor. 5 out of 6 in listening. I felt pretty good about that. Now we got to figure out speak. Thank you. Thank you for the claps. Thank you for the claps. I really appreciate it. Yeah. 5 out of 6. Okay, apparently I need to figure out this one. Wait, this one is about education. Wait, this might be something up my alley. Schools should engage in character education to instill morals and values of children. Personally, I already agree, but I'm interested in it. All right, guys, are you ready? We recommend you practice taking notes with a pen and paper like you will during an exam. Do I have a paper and a pencil? Okay, pen, paper. I came prepared. Don't worry. I have a notebook. Ouch. I just poked my stomach with my notebook. That hurts a lot. Thank you for the standing ovation. All right, are you ready for Yapatron 5000? Because that's what's about to happen right now. Let's go.
Should schools engage in character education to instill morals and values in children?
Yes. I have 15 seconds to prepare your answer. That's not enough time to talk. Okay, focus. Should schools engage in character education to instill morals and values in children? Yes, why? I'm thinking about it, okay? Let my brain think. Okay. 45 seconds to record your answer. Are you guys ready for this? I'm ready. Guys, I'm ready because I think I got a pretty decent explanation about why it's good for schools to have, character building stuff for their children. All right? I figured it out. All right? Okay? All right. Oh, shoot. Okay, hold on. My brain. Mic in. Schools should engage in character education to instill morals and values in children because it is the one trait that most children come to understand socially as they grow up. As children spend around 8 hours a day out of their 12 waking hours in school, it is absolutely important for schools to instill what is right and wrong in children's views. For example, social skills are an important part of children's education, and that is how children learn to engage with these social surroundings around them. Therefore, schools should absolutely engage in character education. Oh my God, that was 45 seconds is not long. Holy cow, should I do that again? Guys, can I do a retake? My goodness, 45 seconds. Or maybe I should say no. Hi, Gianna. It's good to see you. Welcome in. Can I do a take two? Holy smokes, that went way too fast. That was so fast. I am not succinct. I need to be more succinct. Okay. Schools should engage in character education to instill morals and values in children. Oh my gosh, see you later, Seth. Sorry that it was not working for you. Good luck. I'm so sorry that it's broken. I only had 15 seconds, so that's why I didn't write anything down, because I panicked because I only had 15 seconds. I'm gonna do a 15-second talking point. Schools should engage in character. Most children learn better with other children present. Okay, children are present in schools for 8 hours a day. That is a lot of time for us to instill proper morals and values. Children should learn how to communicate. The best way for children to learn empathy is by engaging in it with other kids present. What else should I say about the freaking school? Schools engage in character of education. It is more important. It is more likely that children will remember the valuable lessons involving will remember working hard in their studies at a school. What am I trying to say here? Wow, this is harder than I thought. I only have 45 seconds to talk about this. I'm thinking about it. I thought yes was the right point, but maybe no is easier to argue. Because if I say no, because it's parents' job to instill morals and values in children, I might go the contrary option and say no. Because they're not going to yell at me for saying yes or no. They're only going to figure out how well I talk. I'm going to do that. It might be easier for me to say no. Should schools engage in character education to instill moral values in children? No. That's the parents' job. Parents will ultimately decide whether certain values are important for their child or not. This way, children are not forced to perform correctness And they can be free to be themselves. Yeah, I agree. I think reinforcement of moral and values is better than like engaging in it. Q, hi, it's good to see you. Welcome in. Hi, wife. Hi, my beloved wife. And hi to all my picnic punks, my big peepees. Hi, Maine. It's good to see you again. Welcome in. Welcome in. We are currently doing the TOEFL test. That's what I'm currently practicing. I'm learning how to do the TOEFLs. Hi, wife. How was your stream? How was Valorant? Did you figure out how to rank up? Because I'm figuring out how to talk. Are you guys ready for this? Because I think I got it. I am gonna... Okay, this is not my stance, you guys. But I think I figured out like a good explanation of what could work, you know? We're still on Silvery 3. Amazing. You're so beautiful and talented. That's okay. You can do it. Have a good night to you. I love you so very much. I adore you. I'll talk to you soon, okay? See you later. See you later. All right, guys. I think we're gonna do it. Let's try it again. Oh, good lord. Okay. Good lord, I wasn't ready. I believe that a school's job is to reinforce character education instead of instilling morals and values in children. At the end of the day, character education should be something that parents do as they spend the most time with their children outside of school. They should decide whether students value certain traits, because if the school engages in character education and instills these morals, parents might come out and say that that is not what they believe in. At the same time, this way children are not forced to perform correctness and they are free to be themselves. 44 seconds. I think that's as good as I can do it. Do I necessarily believe it? No. Will it pass the test? Probably. I do think it should be a school thing, like especially in the early childhood education stuff. But right now my brain cells cannot focus on trying to like word it in a 45 succinct second thing. Oh. Is that my score? I don't know. Download the Google Chrome browser. I don't really want to do that. I did my speaking. That's the most important part. Now I gotta do my writing. Sea otters! Oh my god, I'm gonna do my writing and sea otters? Oh my god, that's amazing. It's good to see both sides of the point. Agreed. Agreed. I think I can see two ways about this, I'll be honest with you guys. Like, to me, right, as a teacher, again, if you're new to the lore, hi to all the picnic punks. Thank you for coming over. If you gotta go raid and run, feel free. But as a teacher, if I were to do character, like whatever it may be, and we do, by the way, we do like instill like character morals and all that stuff. We have that since primary year. But I'm worried that like things that we hold valuable might not necessarily what parents hold as valuable. You know, we can say like, oh, you gotta work super hard, but parents might be like, you only have one life, you gotta enjoy it, don't work too hard, enjoy your life, you know what I mean? Then the kid is going to get confused. Ultimately, that's why I said like it should be the parents' job to like figure out how to raise their child. But yeah, Kaz, no, I hear you, it's really tough. All right, last thing, writing. And I'm gonna be writing about sea otters. I freaking love sea otters, man. I have 3 minutes to read a passage. After reading, you'll listen to a lecture regarding the same topic you just read. Okay. Finally, you'll have 20 minutes to write a response to a question that asks you about the relationship between the lecture and the reading passage. We're gonna be reading about sea otters. All right, guys, let's do it. Okay. Sea otters are a small mammal that lives in the waters along North America's west coast from California to Alaska. A few years ago, Some of the sea otter populations off of the Alaskan coast started to decline rapidly and raised several concerns about because of their important role in the coastal ecosystem. Experts began investigating and came up with two possible explanations. One explanation was environmental pollution, and the second was attacks by predators. At first, it seemed as if the pollution was the most likely cause for the population decline. One reason pollution was more likely was because of the known pollution sources along the Alaskan coast, such as oil rigs. God damn those oil rigs, man! Also, water samples taken in the area showed increased levels of chemicals that could decrease the otters' immune systems and indirectly result in their deaths. Oh no, this is sad. I thought we were talking about like cute animal facts, not like environmental disasters. Man, they really baited me with the sea otters title. I really like sea otters, man. Other sea mammals such as seals in the same areas. This indicated that whatever was affecting the otters was also affecting the other sea animals. Environmental pollution usually affects an entire ecosystem instead of just one species. Predators that occurred in large areas such as orcas. Finally, scientists believe the pollution hypothesis could explain uneven patterns of the otter decline. In some Alaskan locations, the otter population declined greatly while other populations remained stable. Some experts suggest that this could be explained by ocean currents or other environmental factors might have created uneven concentration of pollutants along the coast. Oh my god. Harley says, I think I'm just a skeptic about parents' ability to raise kids right because I live in the southern of America. Oh my god, Harley, you are so fair in your belief in that one. I just don't, like, I think it takes a village to raise a child, like as I said. And it really does take everything. Like, if schools instill morals and values, like parents have to be on board with it, you know? Because if the parents are wishy-washy about it, it's not gonna work. See you later, Example. See you later. Have a good one. Thank you for coming over. By the way, Past, I was in the middle of like doing something. Thank you so very much for gifting a sub to Harley. We really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Harley, you can now use Twitch emotes all over Twitch, as well as ad-free viewing, which is very, very nice. Also, I mostly stream Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, except for next week Friday, because I am doing trick-or-treating. I'm not trick-or-treating, I'm giving out candy. I'm worried that you guys think that I'm trick-or-treating. It would be cute, but I'm not trick-or-treating. I'm giving out candy. Oh shoot, I gotta listen.
Ongoing investigations have shown that predation is the most likely cause of the sea otter decline after all. First, there is a lack of dead sea otters washing up on Alaskan beaches, which is not what you would expect from infections caused by pollution killing them off. However, the fact that dead sea otters are seldom
Wait, can I go
found
back?
supports the predator hypothesis. If a predator kills an otter,
I can't go back.
then it is eaten right away and can't wash up on shore.
Okay.
Second, orcas prefer to hunt whales.
Uh-huh.
But whales have essentially disappeared in that area due to human hunters.
No.
Since the whales are not as available, orcas have had to change their diet to what is available. Since it is only smaller sea animals available, the orcas have probably started hunting those more and created the decline in all of the species mentioned in the passage.
So it's sea otters.
And finally, predation is a more likely reason for the uneven pattern of otter decline. Otters in locations that are more accessible to orcas are more likely to be hunted. This is supported by the stable population of otters in shallow rocky locations where orcas can't access.
Summarize the points made in the lecture, being sure to explain how they respond to the specific arguments made in the reading passage.
Oh my goodness. I wish they could let me listen to like the lecture again. Summarize the point made in the lecture and explain how the speaker cast doubt on specific points made in the reading passage. What? Summarize the point made in the lecture and explain how the speaker cast doubts on specific points. I wish I could listen to the lecture again. That would be really, really nice, you know? Bum bum ba-da-dum. Okay. We got some good tunes going. We're gonna do some essay writing. Are you guys ready for the most bombastic essay you have ever read in your life? Because I'm about to write it. There it is. I did it. I wrote the most beautiful essay ever known to man. Okay. The decline of otters are worrisome. That is how I'm gonna start my essay. Oh, okay. Summarize the point made in the lecture. Based on the lecturer's point of view, the decline of otters are mostly due to predation. Is that how you spell it? Predation. Predation. I knew it. It was predation. I don't know where predation comes from. It's mostly due to predation. However, it does tie in to the passage's concern for pollution. How do I explain this? Maybe is it mostly due to predation. Unlike the environmental stance that the passage mentions. That sounds is mostly due. The decline. Oh, because it's the decline. The decline is one thing. Is mostly due to predation, unlike the environmental stance that the passage stands for. Question mark. How do we? Unlike the passages, the environmental stance. Passages. Environmental concerns. Question mark. Does that make sense? Yes, please stare intently at my grammar. My essay writing skills are not as sharp as it used to be. Well, for one, the lecturer mentioned that the decline in otter population is due. The decline in otter population suggests that there had been a change in question mark. There had been a change in the way mammals. Okay, let me outline my essay real quick, okay? What did 3 points that the lecturer talks about? 1, sea otters are showing up randomly. Sea otter corpses are showing up randomly. 2, sea otters are declining at random spikes due to hunger, and also the sea otter population in shallow waters are not as bad. I'm just gonna say it like that. Lastly, orcas had to change their eating patterns due to the lack of large prey. You think my English is good? Oh my god. Dude, that is so nice. Dude, I will be real with you. I also don't remember the lecture. I kind of wish that they would let us repeat it. Because when I've already done the TOEFL test before, like one time. We did it online and they actually let us repeat the lecture. You know, it'd be nice if we could just repeat it one more time. Your English is great, thanks. I feel like it has declined ever since I left America though. Because now my day-to-day is only filled with like Bahasa Indonesia, you know? Like ever since I moved back to Indonesia, all I speak is just Indonesian. So I feel like my English needs to be sharpened. I need to sharpen my English. I'm no slouch with complex sentences in Twitch. I know what SEA streamers I need to adjust for and who I don't. It's pretty few and far between you even lack vocabulary. But it's pretty few and far in between you even lack vocabulary. I lack vocabulary? Or do I lack reading comprehension? Because I don't know much. Sorry. I hope that means that I have good vocabulary and I did not just like accidentally. You're tired. Can you tell? Can you tell that I'm tired? Can you tell that I'm really, really tired? Can you tell that I'm tired? You have great vocabulary, thanks. It's because I read too much. I read and I don't socialize, so I have, my socialization skills are not that great. I know I've been Englishing too long. I miss speaking in Bahasa Indonesia where I don't have to use tenses anymore. In the passage, I'll write down the points in the passage first. In the passage, the author pointed out that environmental pollution had caused a decline in sea creatures, such as. However, the lecturer debated that the decline was suggested. How do I explain this? I don't remember what's in the lecture anymore, I'll be honest with you. I remember these parts, but I don't know how to connect it. That although environmental pollution did cause a decline in in otter population, but not as a direct correlation. I'll fix it in a little bit. The lecturer claimed that the decline was due to the fact that orcas were no longer able to eat, to hunt large prey due to environmental concerns. Therefore, the orcas had to change their eating patterns which resulted in the decline of sea otter population. Is that a sentence? Is that words speaking out of my butthole? In the passage, the author pointed out that environmental population pollution had caused a decline in sea creatures, aforementioned sea otters. Look, I used a big word. I used aforementioned. Are you guys proud of me? Although environmental pollution did cause a decline in sea life, sea mammal population, I should say, it was not the direct cause of the sea otter decline. I think I was supposed to choose just one point. In the lecture, the speaker claimed that the decline was in fact due to orcas no longer words, English, brain. In the lecture, the speaker claimed that the decline was in fact due to orcas enabling the hunt, due to the orcas' inability to hunt large prey because of environmental concerns. Therefore, the orcas had to change their eating patterns, which resulted in the decline of the sea otter population. This was further evidenced by the fact, that the sea otter population in shallow waters were not as affected as those that live in deeper water regions. Is that pretty decent? I think a lot of those words are too big for me. I gotta use big words. I gotta use big words, and I cannot lie, or else the university masters won't accept me. I think you got a run-on sentence there. You do believe I do have a run-on sentence there. I think I can just... Honestly, I can probably skip this. Like, I can probably split this in half. In the passage, the author pointed out, the author wrote that environmental pollution had caused a decline in sea creatures, in sea mammals, such as seals and the aforementioned sea otters. However, the lecturer debated that although environmental pollution did cause a decline in sea mammal population, it was not a direct cause of the specified. Specified? The specific. Specific or specified? I think specific. In a lecture, the speaker claimed that the decline was in fact due to orcas' inability to hunt larger prey, their usual diet of large prey, because of environmental pollution. This resulted in the orcas having to change. I don't like this passive voice. This resulted in the orcas changing their eating patterns, which then resulted in the decline of the sea otter population. This was further evidenced by the fact that the sea otter population in shallow waters were not as affected as those that live in deeper water regions. Finally, I don't know what else finally. I got nothing. This is all I got. You can have a single point sentences. Okay, I think for flow, we're not affected as heavily. I think that's true. We're not affected as heavily. My God, you guys, can you guys be there when I take my test? I'm so mad. I think for flow, you should use few shorter sentences. Summarize a point made in the lecture. Although both the lecturer, we need an opening, and the passage talked about the decline in sea otter population, the two differ in what facts they believe cause the decline. I don't like starting it with although. It's fine. I think it's fine. My TOEFL score wasn't that bad. I'm sure it was lovely. I'm doing my best. I got about 6 minutes to finish tying this all up to make it look pretty. Discussed instead of talked about. Oh yeah, thank you. That's the word that I was trying to think about. Although both the lecture and the passage discuss the decline in sea otter population, the two differ in what facts they believe cause the eventual decline. The passage primarily mentioned that the sea otter population decline was largely due to pollution. Based on the lecturer's point of view, the decline of otters is mostly due to predation. In the passage, the author wrote that environment caused a decline in sea mammals such as... I think I can delete this. I'm trying to like summarize it up. I think max score is, okay, I think it's 2020. What is it? 20 times 4 is 100 and, no, it's 80. 120 is the max score. What am I saying? It's out of 30. 120 is like the max. So really, hi, it's good to see you. Welcome in. I hope you're good. Harley, I think it's like, unless you're not from America, you don't really need TOEFL, to be quite honest with you. This is an unfortunate thing that people like me have to go through to show that I am actually very proficient in the English language. Because my birth causes doubt towards many English-speaking colleges, because they're like, okay, but do you really know what you're talking about? You know what I mean? Because it's one thing to do well in school, but it's another to comprehend what it is the lecturers are talking about. So yeah, don't worry. I don't expect any like American/British person/EU people to even know what TOEFL is. I feel like this is mostly like a thing in like Southeast Asia/Asian countries. Because we have to prove that we know how to speak and communicate in English. The decline of otters is mostly due to predation. However, the lecturer debated that although environmental pollution did cause a decline in sea mammal population, it was not the direct cause of the specific sea otter decline. I don't like that I use decline. It's fine. Was not directly a direct. I know, right? It's kind of sucky that it's only available for like 3 years. I have to take it again because mine expired. I took mine in 2021. Why does it expire every 3 years? I don't know. I wish I could tell you, but I genuinely have no idea. How long is a valid TOEFL? Oh, sorry, I was wrong. It's not even 3 years. The TOEFL score is valid for 2 years from the test date. 2 years. And it costs $200. You guys, it's so expensive. It expires every 2 years. This resulted in a change in the orca's diet. They're then forced to hunt smaller sea animals. This would explain to the lecturer. This could explain how sea otter population in shallow waters were not were not affected as heavily to those compared to those that live in deeper water regions. I think this is pretty good. I know I didn't hit like the 200 limit, but I don't want to like force myself to go to like 200 to 250 when I can sort of like succinctly write down my stuff, you know? I changed it. Submit essay. I only had 14 seconds left anyway. Woohoo! Oh, here's the lecture. What the heck? There's a lack of dead sea otters washing up at election. Oh, it was a lack of sea otter. I thought there was a lot of sea otter corpses. I'm glad that I didn't use that first point. It's true though, if there wasn't, I need to work on my writing, I think. I need to work on my listening, honestly. I did that. Welcome back, Seth. It's good to see you. Your TOEFL was PBT. What is the difference? PBT, TOEFL. What is the difference between like IBT TOEFL versus like PBT TOEFL? Oh, are you doing like the paper-based test? I guess I can do the paper-based test. I kind of want to do just like the normal TOEFL though. Oh, now I know. Okay, I am going to sort of like edit this, which 83%, very consistent. My average score is 25. I am very consistent. Consistently terrible. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna try to like complete this without reading too much into it because I think I can still remember sort of my answer. We're gonna see how well I did in my reading practice, okay guys? Next, okay. Which of the following best expresses essential information? Oh, brother. I think that's my answer. What does the author say about past theories about how the moai were transported from quarries to their resting places? They didn't save my answer, by the way. That's why I'm doing it again, just like really quickly. Devastating effects. The people. Why does the author mention to show how archaeology can apply modern tools to ancient mysteries? I thought that it was in C. See, I still remember my answers. What does the other not suggest about Joanne Van Tilburg's hypothesis? What did they not suggest? They did suggest this. They did suggest this. They did suggest this. Conclusive evidence. Oh, this is what they didn't suggest. What can be inferred from paragraph 5? They showed signs of having tipped over in the slide at some point. People intended for them to look a bit constrained. Many were in fact right when they were installed. I'm gonna say this one. I don't remember what I answered for that one. Left. Which of the following transportation does the other say is supported by the most compelling evidence? Shuffling. I remembered that answer. The most important ideas. The most important ideas of this passage. This one. This one. Next. Summit answers. I got 6 out of 11. Oh my god, I need to work on my reading so badly. Oh, brother. That is not good. This was the answer that I got. I got that one correct. I got this one correct. Ah, appeared to have supported by evidence. I see. Why is D incorrect? The main purpose of mentioning them is to showcase technological advancement in archaeology. Reading is hard, but I need to get better. Oh, this was D. Correct answer is B. Oh, correct answer is B. Why? Transition to practical experimentation. All right. Well, guys, I don't know if I'm gonna do a great job at the TOEFL. I'm gonna have to start practicing. That's what I'm learning. This is something that I missed too. But I got this one right. Rolling of a moai in prone position. Good to know. You think A is important? What? Correct answer is A, B, and B? A? Joanne? Joanne is the most important? I'm calling into question that one. All right. That's fine. That's fine. I got a D right. But apparently it's this one and this one. All right. Now I know. I cannot wait to take a look at it again. I did a good job on the Charles Darwin one. I got 90 out of 91. This one, unfortunately, was 54 out of 55. But yeah, apparently the woman in STEM. They wanted me to really focus on that woman in STEM. She was apparently super important. It wasn't the importance, it was the 3 proposed methods. Oh, I didn't read the question. That's my fault. Thank you, Dumpster Warlock. You were right! Oh my gosh, there are several competing theories that attempt to explain. My goodness, I am learning so much. Number 1, I shouldn't take this test when I'm super duper tired. Number 2, reading is very crucial and very important. Number 3, I'm pretty decent at listening. I need to work on my reading though. Did you do good? Next stream, we are going to be doing lots of different game demos that I have been saving up for all of you. Who'd have thought that in order to answer a question, you need to read the question too? No, that's my fault. That's my fault. To be fair, I don't actually know what I did for the I don't know what I did for reading and whether or not I did it correctly because I locked myself out of the passages. So I can't tell. Maybe I did horribly in the first and the second one, but I can't tell. At the very least, I know that the first one I got 6 out of 11. Second one, no clue. No clue, because they timed me up. Huh? This is a real teacher, y'all. Yes. Thank God. Thank God I'm not your teacher. Did they give me a score? We have to tabulate. I don't know how. Okay, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know how they calculate the scores because they did technically give me scores. I'll show you again. They did give me scores, but I don't know how that affects like the TOEFL. You know what I mean? Like this is the sample test that I did. Like I did this, but I did this instead. But I got 54.55 over here. I got 83.33 over here. So my average test is like 25 out of 24. My listening, again, not sure because I have to pay. My writing, also not sure because I have to pay. So, all I know is that my listening is pretty good. My reading needs a lot of work. And whether or not I'm great at speaking or writing is up to the individual performers that are going to be judging me. I don't know. Would a bad GPU make your PC force restart a lot? Maybe. But Dumpster Warlock did remind me of something. I have to make sure to limit the frame rate of GPU. I did not do that. That's a very good point. I will do that off stream. Anyway, you guys, thank you for watching me suffer through the TOEFL. I want you to know that the TOEFL exam takes me about 2.5 hours. Wish me luck. I'm taking it in December. If you would like to support the funds of me getting it, you can leave a tip over here in ko-fi.com/sinarynn if you're interested in like tipping in order to help fund the freaking test because it's $200. I am going to be taking a whole huge chunk of my own funds in order to supply this. Oh my goodness. $200. The good news is we have like a lot of funds from last time because I didn't end up getting any animated emotes. So instead of getting animated emotes, we are going to be using it for the TOEFL page. TOEFL test, I mean. So thank you. Thank you to all the pals that have made it happen. Appreciate it. Thanks for suffering for our amusement. I appreciate you guys for hanging out and watching me suffer. My God, my brain is so tired, you guys. That was barely an hour worth of, that was barely an hour of something and my brain is so dead. To all those wonderful, lovely mellows that are also taking the TOEFL test, I wish you the best of luck. Know that you can do it. And if you want to do it with me, I will be taking the test in December 22nd. That's right, 3 days before Christmas. I am taking my test on December 22nd. That is my plan of when to take it. I'll be taking it at 9 a.m. Indonesian time. So if you want to feel close to me and you're also interested in taking the TOEFL test, you can meet me virtually. Except that I can't open any applications when I do the test, you know. When I do the test online, I'm not allowed to open anything else besides the TOEFL webpage. They do check my screen and all that stuff, but yeah. You know, it is what it is. It's a terrible Christmas gift? No, it's not a terrible Christmas gift. I am gifting myself the gift of knowledge. And like most toys, it will die after 2 years. Dumpster Warlock, thank you for being so understanding. Dumpster Warlock, you have been so sweet to me. I want to just like squeeze you. I do try to make it as entertaining as possible, so I will say that I'm not concentrating at like the most sinarynn can do. Holy smokes! Seth, thank you for the 50. I appreciate it. Thank you for the donation. That is going towards my TOEFL test. Surprise, surprise. Thank you. I appreciate it. 72% of the $200 goal. That is crazy. You guys are crazy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Can we get some W Seth in chat, please? W Seth, thank you for always helping out. I cannot wait to take this TOEFL test. I swear I will make you proud, you guys. Don't you worry. I will make you proud. I promise. I promise I'll make you proud. My goal is to beat 91%. I have a 91% in I have 91% in like the first time I took the TOEFL, I did it like 91%. I got 91 essentially. I would like to do more. I would like to do more. So I am hoping that I get to about, if God willing, 100 would be pretty cool out of 120. I'm gonna have to study my butt off for it though. Holy smokesies. I gotta. Thank you for the W, Seth. You guys are lovely. Thank you for being so nice to everyone. You're so sweet. So sweet. Anyway, we're about to go head on out because I'm sleepy and I would like to sleep. I also gotta practice more. So if you are interested and keen, feel free to come over to the Discord. That is the best way to know when I am going to be live. I do try to be live every Tuesday and Thursday at the very least, but I want to try and be live just a little bit more often, you know? You got this. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate it. With all of your support, I know I can do it. Sesmark, hi. It's good to see you. Welcome in. Also, if you haven't seen me across the YouTubes and all the other verses, please feel free. And guess what, you guys? Because I did multi-streaming tonight, I don't have to upload this VOD onto YouTube. If you want to upload the VOD immediately, if you want to go see the VOD immediately, you can go ahead and do that over on youtube.com/sinarynn-VODs. Says, Mark, you've been here for 2 months and you're only now saying hello? That's crazy. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming over and thanks for saying hi. I hope you're doing good. We are about to end. I'm gonna send you guys off to friend of the stream, by the way. Must have followed for the emotes. You like my emotes? Shut the front door. You're so cute. Thank you for being so nice to me. I love it when you guys are nice to me. Thank you for being nice to me. All right, we are going to be rating friend of the stream, Toasty. Toasty is always here and always saying hello to the stream, and I feel like we've never like rated him enough, you know? So we're gonna go do that. Thanks for the stream and have a good night. Thanks, you guys. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out with me. I will say that this was a successful TOEFL test. I did my best. That's the most important part. Make sure you blow that TOEFL test into the Stone Age with a high score. Look, guys, if I can get a 91 with barely any studying, with me intently studying for this time around, I believe that I can at least get 92. I'm hoping that I can get at least 90. Like my goal is just past 90, okay? Past 90. Anything past 90 is good. Anyway, love you guys. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. I cannot wait to hang out with you guys again next week. Thank you so very much for hanging out with me. Let's go right on over to Toasty. And something that we like to do here in the sinarynn channel is at the end of our stream, we like to sing a goodbye song to all of you. So, if you are interested in singing goodbye with us, please feel free to drop a bunch of emotes in chat. It can be my emotes, your emotes, anybody else's emotes, whatever emotes you have. I am just very excited to be hanging out with all of you and to spread the love over to Toasty. Are you ready, friends? Goodbye to chat, goodbye. Goodbye to chat, goodbye. Goodbye to you, goodbye to me. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye. Have a very lovely night, everybody. Take care of yourself, Furby, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Thank you so much for coming over. I will see you guys again soon. See you next week.